Now I want to talk more specifically about clinically relevant behavior, CRB, and the ACT matrix. So clinically relevant behavior is behavior that shows up in sessions in the therapeutic relationship that are on the one hand the same as problematic behavior that the clients have in their daily lives, and on the other hand the same as improved behaviors that the clients have in their daily lives. It turns out that the ACT matrix is an amazing tool, really easy tool, makes it easier to work with CRB. How do we do that? Well, simply we can ask at any moment the client whether what the client is doing now, the way he's talking, what he's talking about, is this a toward or an away? Is it something the client is doing to move towards something or somebody important, or is it something the client is doing to move away from something they don't want to think and feel? And once the client has answered the question, let's say the client says, well, yeah, let's say you ask the client, I notice you haven't put anything on the agenda for today. Is this more of a toward or an away? And the client would say, well, it's kind of an away because I wasn't sure and I didn't know, I thought maybe you had a plan. And then you can say, well, does this only show up in here? Or does this away move also show up in your daily life? And if the client says, oh no, it's really hard for me to express my needs, then now you have a CRB to work on. And then you can start inviting the client to do a toward move. So what would be a toward move for you today around this thing of expressing your need of what you want us to talk about? And the client may say, well, it would actually be helpful to talk about my mother because we had this difficult conversation last week. And then you can say, well, who and what is important to you in that? Well, me, my mom, my relationship with her. So now you already have the client producing a improved clinically relevant behavior, and it's very useful to do it with the matrix because the client can see what are the antecedents of the problematic behavior, embarrassment, confusion, not knowing what to do, thinking other people have better plans, and they can also see, who and what is important, their values down there that can drive new and improved behavior. But there's another way, even more direct, to think of CRB with the matrix. And it may sound a little bit strange, but an improved CRB is simply looking through the matrix, sorting things on the matrix. Why is that? Because in your daily life, if you're able to see what shows up for you bottom left, what you don't want to think and feel in a particular situation, what you would do if you got hooked by that stuff, what the person you want to be would do, and who and what would be important to you in being able to do that. If you're able to see this in any difficult situation in your daily life, well, the probability that you will be able to choose a toward move, even in the presence of that, increases tremendously. So looking through the matrix is going to help you do these toward moves in your daily life. Therefore, looking through the matrix is a clinically relevant behavior because you can see it in the session. You can see client looking through the matrix in the session, and you can actually help them look through the matrix in the session. And similarly, not looking through the matrix will get you stuck in your everyday life because you'll only see this, and then you'll only see this behavior as possible. You'll only see your embarrassment, your thoughts that others have better plans, and that what you want is not important. And then when you only see this, well, of course, the only behavior that then becomes probable is just letting other people decide for you. And so the away move is not looking through the matrix, a toward move is looking through the matrix, and that's a behavior, looking through the matrix, that always happens in the present moment. Whether you're looking at something in the past, the situation from the past week, something that's happening here and now between you and your client, or something that may happen in the future. The behavior of looking through the matrix is always in the present moment, and that gives you the possibility of helping the client shape it in a way that is going to work in their lives. So the biggest CRB of all is, on the one hand, not looking through the matrix, and on the other, looking through the matrix. And I wanted to show you this. I really like this idea, but I think it's a bit crazy. No, I think it's okay. Oh, okay, thanks.